Hi everyone, my name is Leanne and today I'm going to be telling you about quite a few booktube channels that you should be subscribed to. This video is part of a booktube community event that has been organised by Harriet Rosie in response to the fact that a lot of booktubers are going to be losing their YouTube partnerships. Some of you may not be aware of what's going on if you don't follow booktubers or smaller content creators on Twitter and stuff. You may not know what's going on, but essentially YouTube have changed their requirements in order to become a YouTube partner. Being a partner on YouTube allows you a number of privileges. It allows you to put ads on your videos and monetize them should you wish to do so. This isn't about the money. The backlash to this decision isn't about the money. It's more about the other factors. So we don't know what tools we're going to lose. There are a lot of features that you can use in order to make your videos slightly better quality, in order to engage with people better. And we're not sure which of these features we're going to lose when we lose our partnership. And it's also about how YouTube as a massive corporation doesn't value the smaller creators on the site. I'm going to link Sophie from Portland the Page's video discussing this because I basically agree with everything she has said in her video. Link that down below if you want to know more about it. But essentially, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewing time in a single year, by the 20th of February, you will lose your partnership. Anyway, I'm just going to get into my booktuber recommendations. The first booktuber that I'm going to talk about is Leanne from Literary Diversions. Leanne is just a person that brings me so much joy, and she also has a great name, so that helps. She talks about a whole host of different kinds of literature. She talks about a lot of contemporary stuff. She talks about a lot about fantasy books as well, which isn't sort of my favourite genre of books, but I still really enjoy listening to her talk about them. And she's remarkably honest, which is something that I really value in a creator. The next person I'm going to talk about is Emma Tobias, who she's just one of those people who I'm like, can we be friends, please? That's basically how I feel about everyone on this list. I'm just quietly shouting, like, can we be friends, please? Emma is so funny. She's got like this really cool, like, dry wit to her. Incredibly kind of like sarcastic, and I find that really enjoyable to watch. She has this really cool manner about her, and you really get the sense of like, this is just for her, like she's making videos because she wants to make them and kind of like fuck what everyone else thinks, and I find that a really like refreshing, lovely quality in a booktuber. She reads quite diversely. She reads a lot of stuff about like feminism and stuff like that, so I would really recommend her channel. The next person I'm going to talk about is Annie from Am I Right? Again, someone who I'm just like, let's be friends, please. I think Annie's channel is really, really great. I think we have relatively similar reading tastes, so I think if you like her my channel, you would really like her channel as well. She just has a really strong range, a really broad range in her reading. She reads sort of books from lots of different genres, lots of different time periods. She reads non-fiction as well as fiction. I think she has a very like old school YouTube vlogger kind of vibe, in the sense of like, it feels just like you're sitting down with a friend and having a cup of tea. She's just remarkably lovely. The next person I'm going to talk about is Olivia Pope. Olivia is one of the smartest people that I've come across on BookTuber. She's really self-reflective about her reading. She reads a whole range of different genres. And one of the things I really love about her channel is the amount of like slightly older books that she reads. So she's not just reading like new releases. Much like me, she doesn't mind reading a book that's 3 or 4 years old. She also has a wonderful series on her channel where she promotes smaller publishers, and that's something that I definitely have an interest in. And if you do too, I would highly recommend her channel. The next channel I'm going to talk about is Gabriella Pop, and she was one of the first people I thought of when I decided I was going to put this video together. I feel a little bit like she's my booktube little sister. Is that a really weird thing to say? How I made you feel really cringy by saying? Like Emma, I think she's got this really cool attitude of like, yeah, I'm just making these videos for myself, you can take it or leave it. She reads a whole different range of things. She reads a lot of feminist non-fiction, and I tend to throw a lot of recommendations her way. She's really smart and she engages with that writing in a really intelligent and productive way. She reads a lot of fantasy and a lot of YA, but she always engages with it in a really critical way. I think she's great. The next channel I'm going to talk about is the Novel Sanctuary. This is a channel that I've discovered pretty recently, and I absolutely love her content. I've binge watched a few of her videos. Something I really appreciated that she said in a like Christmas book haul was she acknowledged what a privileged position being able to get a lot of books is. And I think that's something that we need to remind ourselves on BookTube quite a lot. As I said, I'm a fairly new subscriber to her channel, so I'm really looking forward to seeing more of her content. Next, I'm going to talk about Mel from Books with Wings, who I absolutely adore. She is a champion of own voices writing, and I think she is one of the most important channels that I've come across that is talking about own voices stuff. She reads a huge amount of own voices books that feature people of colour, that feature queer characters, and she's just such a champion for those marginalised groups, and I really appreciate everything that she does. A couple of years ago we read Asking for It by Louise O'Neill together, and that is one of my favourite books of all time. And when you buddy read a favourite book with someone, that's a bond that cannot be broken, so I absolutely love Mel's channel. Next, I want to talk about Sajid from Books and My Social Life, who has like the best channel name ever. Again, he is someone that really champions own voices writing. He reads a lot of contemporary fiction, featuring people of colour and featuring queer characters. He has one of the funniest BookTube channels in existence, in my opinion. I think he is so genuinely really funny. He's also done a couple of videos about minimalism when it comes to books, which isn't something that I feel like I'm ready to adopt for my own life, but it's something that I really enjoy listening to him talk about as well. Do yourself a favour and subscribe to his channel. The next person I'm going to recommend to you is Downright Bookish. She is just a really pleasant person to watch. Like, I just really enjoy watching her videos, even if she's talking about a book that I'm not that interested in. I really enjoy like spending a bit of time with her content. She just has a really pleasant demeanor about her. Again, she's someone that reads a lot about people of color and reads a lot of non-fiction around that kind of stuff. She's been speaking about trying out poetry a bit recently. Again, she's someone that engages quite critically with what she reads, so yeah, I can highly recommend her channel. The next person I'm going to recommend to you is Weena Wonders, one of the most underrated creators on this BookTube platform. She is so incredibly smart, has a really lovely demeanor about her. She's lovely to watch. She's also a writer and she shares a lot of her work on her channel. I think her discussion videos are particularly brilliant. I think she's so underrated. Next, I'm going to recommend to you a channel that I discovered quite recently, and that is Megan from the channel Lunacy. I've not watched that many of Megan's videos yet, but from what I've watched of her so far, I find her videos like really enjoyable. She is currently studying English on the classics, which is something that I think is really cool, and again, her content has that kind of old school YouTube vibe of just like sitting down with a mate and having a little chat. Just 2 more channels to go, guys. My next recommendation is Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing. Aoife is one of my like longest BookTube friends. She's another Irish BookTuber and she reads, again, such a wide range of stuff. I think she reads a lot of books as well that you don't often hear people talking about on BookTube. Again, she's got that very much sitting down with a friend and having a chat kind of vibe about her. She's incredibly articulate as well. One of my favourite things that she does on her channel is that she does a lot of library hauls, and I really enjoy library hauls, even though I don't do them myself. I think her channel is really great, and you should totally subscribe to Aoife. And the final channel I'm going to recommend to you is Jessica from Breed and Read. She does have 2 channels. I'll leave them both linked down below. One is a BookTube channel and one isn't. She's just so great. Again, she's one of those people whose content I started watching and I was like, please, can we be friends? She's really funny. She is really brutally honest about her opinions. She really champions feminist YA, which is something that I really admire. And she also reads a lot of books that have to do with mental health, and she just reads so many important books. And I think she does a lot of videos as well that you don't often see on BookTube. Like, I think she's got really original ideas for content. Okay, so that is the end of all my shout outs. I'm really sorry if I didn't mention you in this video. There are so many great small BookTube channels, and I've decided that these shout out videos are something that I want to do a lot more regularly. I haven't done enough of them in my time on BookTube. I believe there is also a Twitter chat that is taking place at 6 PM GMT. With regards to Small BookTuber Sunday, I really want to thank Harriet for all the hard work that she has put into organising this. You should definitely check out Harriet's channel as well. She is someone that reads a whole range of stuff. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.